Tomlinson and Westbrook, two names on a list of free agent running backs that's pretty impressive. These guys are all extremely accomplished. The one problem, with the exception of Willie Parker, they are all over the age of 30. So, Wes Durham, you look at that list. If you could have one, which one would that be?
Oh, give me LT now. I mean, because 2 years ago he's the rushing champ of the NFL. He's a guy who's proven 5 Pro Bowls in 9 years. It'd be kind of ironic if he ended up in the place maybe he was originally intended on draft day. If Atlanta had made the trade with San Diego that ultimately brought Michael Vick to Atlanta, they might have had Tomlinson. I think Tomlinson's the guy on the list, though.
Hey, I think Tomlinson still has something that he can add to a good team. If he has all the pieces in front of him, a good offensive line, a good quarterback, he still can be productive in this league.
I look at the Minnesota Vikings, and it's hard for me to believe that they're willing to let Chester Taylor go. He looks to me like a guy who's got an awful lot left.
I would agree. He's a guy on that list that I would have to take. I think even though he's 30 years old, he doesn't have a lot of mileage on him. So he's been relatively healthy. He has the ability to play as a third down back, but also is capable and durable enough to be an every down back.
And Taylor's gotten comfortable with the fact that he's not the man. Adrian Peterson has been. So Taylor could easily make a transition to another organization, and if an injury were to occur, he could step up and be the marquee guy for a handful of weeks while the guy rehabilitates and comes back from the injury.
Either one of you think LT can be a number one back again?
Boy, it'd be hard for me to say he could be number one. I mean, I still think you're getting to a point where he had career lows this year in yards and touchdowns. I think it's an interesting situation for him, but I don't think he could be the showcase guy.
No, I think he's a guy right now you want to max him out at 15 to 17 carries. I don't think he can handle the big workload anymore.
But isn't it interesting that today he talked about winning a championship?
Right.
You know, I mean, that came back, a half dozen times during the course of the press conference. I think it's interesting. That clearly is his number one goal as he moves forward with his career.
Said he would have been okay retiring if he had that championship, but as it is, without one, he would like to play for 3 or 4 more years.